It's time for a review. What we have here is G.I. Joe Cobra Night Attack Stinger with the Cobra Officer. Now, this was a retro vehicle that was released some time ago. Let's go ahead and see what the date on this bad boy is. Alright, looking on the bottom here. I don't know, I can't find it. I don't know. Alright, I found it. 2022. Right here. So this was released in 2022 and it was pretty hot. It's the retro style, so you've got the older figures from, I guess, the 90s. And this is the actual vehicle. This is the Stinger vehicle. You see here we've got a card showing the details of the character. What I don't like about this is that you got the card here, but they have all these different languages. It kind of takes away from the card. I understand kids in other countries want to see the other languages. They might need that, but I don't know. Could they have included multiple cards with multiple languages, perhaps? You see here, this is Japanese. This thing getting to me was kind of difficult, let me tell you. I could not find this in the store when it was released. I don't think anyone could, probably. It was very hard to find. So what I had to do is I had to go on Temu, or I think it was, I don't know, that Chinese website. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I had to go to China to get this bad boy. So you'll see here, it was actually shipped to me via China. There was a deal when I bought this, and I got it for pretty much the same price. It was like, I don't know, $30, $40 that I could get it in the States, and I could never find it in the States. So I figured if I had to get it from China, yep, that's probably the way I had to do it. So this is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and I love the art here. Check out the old art. It's got the Cobra enemy insignia there. It's got the missiles firing off. The problem with this vehicle in the past is that you can pick these things up in stores, the old retro 80s ones, but they never have the missile pod. So I always wanted one of those myself. And you see in the back here, I actually have an older one right there, and it is missing the missiles. So go figure. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. All right, let's get this boy out of the box. All right, I'm in the middle of the unboxing here, the construction of the vehicle. And this is the kind of stuff you'd see in the past. I don't know if you'd have a bag like this, but the accessories inside of the bag. So we go ahead and rip that out. You see, look at those glorious missiles. You can see them already. The doors. Look at those missiles. Awesome. So cool. All right, we'll get the rest of this out. I just wanted to show you. Look at my boy here. He's stuck in the corner. He's in some kind of a predicament there. Yeah, man. You seem to be pretty strongly affixed to that there wall. You need some help? No, you're chilling? Man, you've been in there like what? This is 2022, about 2 years? You just want to stay in there? Yeah. All right. Well, hey. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this out, and when I come back, she'll be together. All right, putting this thing together, I just kind of wanted to show, look at this steering wheel. Steering wheel is the item that is often lost in these when you find them in the wild, the old school ones. You won't have this steering wheel, and this steering wheel is in there pretty rough. See that peg right there? So they must have corrected that problem that they used to have. If you look here, they must have corrected that problem where it's very easy for the steering wheel to fall out, because this thing just slots right in there. And then if you try and push it out, it will not come out. All right, Hasbro, so this is a 2022 product, and they're fixing some of the old issues. Let's keep on building. All right, well, here we go. Here's the vehicle minus the decals. Let me just go ahead and show you the instructions real quick. So this is what we got for instructions with this. Not too bad. It's about 4 different steps. It says 4+ on here. I don't know. Some of the stuff was a little rough to get together. The steering wheel was kind of hard to shove into that hole, so I'd watch out for that if you find it. This roof was kind of annoying to slot down inside of there. It's a little tricky at times. and then connecting the two pieces of the vehicle together here, the one half into the other, you had to snap it down a little bit. But once it snapped down in there, it was pretty strong. If we look on the back here, we've got like a nice little diagram. It's pretty cool. The schematics tells you where to put the stickers. I'm not going to worry about the stickers just yet. But, you know, not too bad, Hasbro. Not too bad. The instructions here say 2021, so it's interesting. The instructions say 2021, but yet the vehicle was released in 2022. Maybe they did this first. Computer-aided stuff. All right. So now that we got the vehicle here, this is what we're looking at. At first feel, it doesn't feel the same. It feels like the plastic's a little bit cheaper than the old one. It's got this burnished look to it. You can see that there's like some marks on it here. If I turn around to the other side, you can see some marks down here. You know, I don't know. That seems pretty junky. Now, I don't know. I was a little concerned since I bought this from China that I might have got a knockoff of some kind, but I don't know if they're knocking this thing off, but if they are, that's pretty crazy. So here's the hole for the launcher. So what I was interested in is, can I pick up that one over there? Will this fit inside of that, the retro vehicle? Now it's got this peg here, and on this peg, there's like a little lip. So I'm concerned that when I put that inside of there, I will not be able to get it out. So let's compare the holes on this one to that one over there. Look at that dude over there. He didn't want to leave. Look at him. He's still tied up. Hey, buddy, you ready to come out yet? No? What do you mean, no? Look at all these other troopers here. You can just join them. You want to think about it a little bit? All right, bro. Yeah, we'll just move him to the side. So, yeah, so this is my retro vehicle. This is an original. So if you flip it over, you see in the bottom here it says 1984 Hasbro Industries Inc. right there. So let's go ahead and compare the bottom of both. So it looks pretty similar. This one on the right though is made with like cheaper plastic. I can tell that. But they got most of the other details the same. This was made in Vietnam on the right. The left doesn't say where it was made at all. It just says 1984. This one says 2022. All right, so let's go ahead and look at side-by-side comparison. This one over here, it's just the plastic just seems tougher. Oh, I can already see we're gonna have an issue. Look at the hole. So my retro vehicle will not be able to take this unless I Dremel out that hole, which that is a possibility, but I don't know if I want to do that or not. But you can see there, that's like more like a keyhole hole, and this one over here is a straight hole. But other than that, the vehicles look pretty similar, I'm not gonna lie. This one has a more shiny gloss look. The one on the right, the new one, has more of a matte look. Everything else seems pretty similar. I like the fact that on this one it has more gray pieces. The back here has nothing but black, right? Because it's part of the actual mold. All right, well, since I can't connect this in the back of this one, I mean, that would be so cool if I could do that, but nope, can't do that. So let's go ahead and plug it into this one. All right, so here we go. Got the missiles installed. They rotate to the sides. They just clip off in traditional G.I. Joe fashion. Having some issues with this door here connecting. I probably just need to rotate it over or something. The top here doesn't seem to want to click in there quite well either. It's whatever, I guess. I think I got it there. I wonder if the top can be used on that one. It looks like it probably can, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep it contained over here. All right, so there we have it. Let's go ahead and Steve, what are you doing, man? What? I said it was a vehicle review, so you brought a vehicle? What? Oh, yeah? Well, why don't you go and get out of that vehicle, Steve, so we can do a size comparison? What do you mean, no? Steve, man, what do you mean? Oh, you're tired of dying so much? Still? Man, you know I pay you enough for this. It should be fine. What do you mean, get someone else to do it? All right, Steve's giving up on us again. Let's get some help for this comparison. How about that? All right, here we go. Bam! This is Lego Hands Snake Eyes. And bam! This is Scarlet. Super 7 Scarlet. So this here Snake Eyes is the Snake Eyes that I got at a yard sale. You see right here, he didn't have no hands. I put him in a previous review. Every time Steve doesn't want to come out, Snake Eyes sometimes fills in. He is a more modern G.I. Joe. He's got these Lego these Lego hands here. Pretty cool. But I bring him out every once in a while to do some reviews, get some action. And we've got Super 7 Scarlet. All right, come on, Snake Eyes. Super 7 Scarlet as well. This is a Super 7 Scarlet action figure. It is 5 points of articulation. It's about 3.75 inch. Snake Eyes there is about maybe a little bit over 4 inches, so they're very similar. So you'll see right here that this vehicle is kind of scaled at the 3.75 inch, just like the retro version. And you'll see behind I've got some Super 7 bats back there, as well as some vintage G.I. Joe goodness, a Night Creeper, Mercer, and some other figs back there. All right, let's get this guy out of this here prison. How about that? What do you think, Snake Eyes? You want to help him out? Yeah, let's help him out. All right, let's help him out. Bam! And there he is, freed from his cardboard prison. How you feeling there, buddy? Pretty good? All right. So I've been kind of critical of Hasbro and Super 7 and the other companies in the past in my previous videos because they're just not giving us the retro goodness that we want, right? I won't do a rant this time, but this is a retro figure. It's current, it's 2022. So how does he size up with, the past? So at first glance, I feel like this plastic is pretty good. It doesn't feel like a retro figure. So if I grab, Mercer here, I think that's his name. If I grab Mercer here, he's just got, like, the movement on these joints feels so smooth. And the figure itself is this hard plastic. You've got metal burnished joints here. It just feels like such quality. You can feel the O-ring inside of there, the little rubber band that's keeping his torso to his body, lower body, and the hole there for the backpack accessories. So when I feel him, and then when I feel this new retro figure, the plastic just seems off. I don't know. I can't place it. They kind of colored in those metal burnished arms there. Still has the hole. It doesn't look quite as deep, so I don't know if I can actually put a full backpack in there or not. I don't know. It's interesting. I can still feel, I think I feel an O-ring inside of there. Let's go ahead and let's see these Super 7, these new Super 7 guys. Now, between these two, when I move the limbs on the bat here, this is a Target exclusive Python Patrol bat. Check out that review on my channel, as well as Scarlet there. She has her own review on my channel. That vehicle back there is a can't remember the name of it, but I did a review of that red vehicle back there as well. Check out my channel. Now, between the two of these, they're both 3.75 inches. This bat, I don't know, just does not want to stand. Come on, dude. We are working. Come on. All right, let's put you over here. How about that? All right? A little bit of help. Now, he feels good. He's all right. He's all right. I don't know how he'll stand over the test of time. I mean, I can't really bend his knees too far. I feel like you get a lot more bend out of those. Look at the difference. Right there. This is kind of stuck there. It will not go any further. Same with that. I don't even know if I can fit. I don't even know if I can fit him inside of that vehicle, to be honest with you. But look at the difference. And let's check the Super 7. All right, look at that. Super 7 got that right. Bam. And bam. These new retro figs from Hasbro. Look, man. Yeah, I mean, I guess you go like that. It's kind of close. I don't know. It's not the same. His leg here, upper leg, looks so long. All right, well, they nailed a lot with this release, I guess. But, you know, it's another retro fig to go into my collection. With my bats here and my vintage dudes. And these Super 7 figures that just never want to stand. There he goes. It was his knees. I had to push his knees in. And Mercer here, hanging out. Look who's back. Snake Eyes, get over there. Scarlet, get over there. Steve, you're back, bro. What's up, Steve? What are you doing over there? We really could use you for a size comparison. But you don't want to seem to work these days, do you, Steve? Nope, you're tired of dying. In that vehicle, you're never going to die, are you? Well, that's what I thought. Steve thinks he's just A-okay. What are you doing? No, don't press that button. No. Oh my God, I can't get it out. Come on. Steve's dead again. Thumbs up. Yeah, look at that. Man, how dare you kill Steve like that? Snake Eyes, you see that? Snake Eyes, are you suddenly feeling a little weird being around all this Cobra? Yeah? You feeling a little weird? Yeah, maybe you should get out of here. Scarlet, you can stay there. You can stay there. They'll capture you again. All right, so that's all I have for this review. I think I went through a nice little analysis here of this particular vehicle. I do like it. I do wish that, you know, you find when you're out there in the wild and you're looking to either yard sales and whatnot, you're going to find shells like this one back here. And they're never going to have the accessories, right? So I kind of wish that some of the accessories off of this new vehicle would port onto that one so you could semi-finish what you had there. You know, as far as the retro vehicle, you can put some of the new accessories on there and, you know, you can play with it like you did when you were a little one, you know? Kind of sucks you can't do that. Some of this stuff will port over, like the doors and the top here will probably port over well enough, but the rest of it, it's a different system. I guess they got tired of the missiles always falling out of that one, and this particular missile shaft here was always falling out of that other one, so they re-engineered it, which is nice, which means this particular model in time should stay together. Although I think the problem with this particular vehicle here is going to be the plastic. I feel like this plastic is not going to stand the test of time like this plastic does. This plastic over here, I feel like this thing is a tank. It's going to live forever. All right, so let's queue up a rating here for this Stinger, this G.I. Joe Retro 2022 Stinger. All right, let's start off with articulation. And we're also dealing with the Stinger driver here as well. So he'll be in this particular rating as well. All right, for this figure in this vehicle, I'm going to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. The articulation here is really good. I mean, you can't really bend his knee too much, and I'm pretty sure he'll fit inside of there, but you got to kind of finagle him in there, right? But other than that, he has articulation, unlike some other figures. I'm looking at you, Scarlet. You, Scarlet, that cost $20 hairs. You're crazy right now. I got them on sale. Spoiler. Check out my Super 7 review so you can find out more about this particular Scarlet. This guy's okay, all right? These bats back here, they're kind of pricey too, but you know, they just hit my nostalgia feels. I mean, look at that. Look at that scene back there with those bats and some of my retro figures. Man, I tell you what, takes me back. All right, let's get back to the rating. So we had a thumbs up on the articulation. All right, let's go to cost. All right, for this particular figure and vehicle here, I'm going to go ahead and give it a thumbs sideways. You can't find this thing, and I think it's because it just punched people right into the nostalgia when it was released. You can't find it. You're not going to find it at a good price. If you go on eBay right now, it's probably going to be astronomical. It's going to be out of this world. But I mean, you look at it. I mean, it's almost the same as the original. The plastic may not be up to snuff, but you know what? That's okay. I'm going to go with the thumb sideways. If you could get it, you know, here's part of my rant. Hasbro, this is what we want. We want these vehicles, bro. We want these retro figures. You have a mint. You have a gold mine. You're letting Super 7 eat your lunch. I mean, you know, they're probably paying you, but why aren't you making these bats? Why aren't you giving us this line again? Here's an idea, okay, Hasbro? Now that I know you're listening, here's an idea. Give me a 100 pack of these retro figures. You got to have those molds sitting around somewhere. Put 100 of them in a box and sell them to me, or like a 20 pack, right? All these special mission packs. Put them up on your Hasbro Pulse website. I will buy them every time. All right, so let's go. Let's continue on with the rating here. So my overall rating for this G.I. Joe Stinger Night Attack vehicle is going to be a thumbs up. I highly recommend it. This hits me right in the feels. This is the retro stuff that we can't get anymore. And if you can get a hold of it, you definitely should. All right, so that's all I have for this review. I'm Bam. This is Bam Reviews, and I'm out.